Am I good now? Tell me when to
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
I just want to say, Julia, you're changing my voice. Like I've never been at this point where I can actually have the agility, the flexibility, and the movement within my voice is what I call it without like I don't want to, I'm not trying to be funny, but doing the kind of the thing of the 90s. And, I don't want to say the disease because I don't want to put anybody in a situation, but the ease by which you can have flexibility without stressing yourself and the notes just flow, and they just flow. Like, so I thank you so much. And this is just the beginning. Like, I know it's like there's levels to this, but like you are one of the master teachers of this, and
Oh,
I know that you're already changing people's lives, but you're going to continue to change a lot of people's lives, you know when it
so
comes
sweet.
to the thing. And I just thank you so much.
Oh,
And the thing is, I can't believe that's been in my voice before. Like, I just didn't have the training.
right.
I knew I had the vibrato, the natural ability. It's there, but I just didn't know how to. Like, you're training it,
Yeah.
you know?
And so much more, right? It's not just it's vibrato, it's the scales that we're learning.
Yes.
It's we're freeing up the registers, we're creating more room. We found your mixed voice. I mean, finding that most not most singers, but a lot of singers think that it's just two registers, that we only have two basic registers, which is chest and head
Right.
voice. And so
Yeah.
you can't have flexibility if you're only using two registers. And so we totally skip the mixed voice, and all that agility is there,
Wow.
right, in the mask area. And a lot of singers, the ones that are struggling, don't have this. We call it the mask, we call it ping, twang. So they totally skip it, and they either pull up chest voice or switch into falsetto, and it's all they really have, and they're struggling because it's painful when you're raising the larynx as a pitch changer, or trying to pull up chest voice. And yeah, so placement is important. Singing, transitioning. It's not about pulling up registers and yelling. It's about transitioning, especially when we do riffs and runs. I went from head voice to chest voice. But if we don't have if we don't understand that, if we don't work on all the registers, it's hard to have that butter
I
like,
know. That's just,
yeah,
it just flows.
you
Yeah.
know. For me, it wasn't until I studied classically my whole life, and that really helped me. But there was that missing link.
Yes.
I've always loved gospel and soul and R&B, and
Yes.
B, and something was missing for me. I had I had the agility, but I felt stuck. And it's not until I started. I didn't join the choir, but there was a gospel instructor in my area, so hard to come by, and he really taught me about the mask and all that. I was in shock. That whole thing when where in the beginning when I would say "let it break," and it was
Yeah.
difficult. I was like, "What do you mean let it break? I'm not gonna let my voice break." It was the same with me. Let it break, let it out. My voice became so agile after that. I was able to sing Aretha songs, whereas before I couldn't. I would have to yell, and so I was in the same boat as everybody else, just trying to figure this whole thing out. And I got really lucky. Really, I got lucky because a lot of singers will go throughout their whole career not understand. Well, now with YouTube and all that, it's easier. This
But
was
it's
back
still
then.
not, it's still, even in YouTube, it's still like fragmented.
Yeah,
So like it's still hard to get the full scope of what it is
yeah,
that you need. And then also as it applies to you.
yeah,
So you have to have a coach
yeah.
or somebody that can guide you
Or
through
the
that
major
process.
third.
How do
What
you
I've
apply
done
the
is I
flexibility to the scales though? Do you
so
just, is that something you don't like? Is that another level? Like, you know what
well
I
you
mean?
start slowly, right? And then you go a
Oh,
and a little faster, and the tongue trills help you transition because it's about transitioning, right? If
mm,
I try to do it in a pure chest voice the whole way through, I won't have much flexibility. It's by transitioning and keeping it light. Chest voice, mix, you hear that break.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in head voice. Back to chest voice. So
Gotcha.
that's
Because there's two blues scales you've sent me so far and one harmonic minor. So is like how we do before. Is there a place on the piano for me where I should start? Say, okay, start the harmonic minors from B flat three, whatever, and take it up to here, and then the blues scale, like same way. Like, is there in this, like, and then try it slow as you said, and then progressively try to get faster. Are
yeah.
you saying
So
like that kind of thing?
yeah. So it's this note.
Just keep.
Always start slow with everything. Start slow and then work your way.
And let me. How do you do it? How would you do that fast?
So I would start with vibrato. So I would practice. I would push on my stomach because the upward riffs are a little bit more difficult. So you know when I have you push on your diaphragm.